Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelly and this is Yaya Simple Living. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to show you guys just how easy it is to make your own soap at home using the melt and pour method. So we're not going to use any lye or caustic chemicals. We're not going to have any complicated steps. We're just going to melt, pour, customize, and let it set up. So if this sounds like something that would interest you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up button to let the algorithm know that you liked the video. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. And let's make some soap. Okay guys, so I have some clear soap, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little over a pound of goat milk soap and a little over a pound of this clear soap, and I'm going to cut them up into smaller pieces like this. And I'm going to melt them in the microwave. Let me grab my container that I'm going to use. And then I'm just going to, after I melt them, I'm going to go ahead and put colorant in part of them. I think we're going to use like some purples and blues today. And I'm going to use, I think, a Plumeria fragrance oil. And then this is going to fill one loaf mold, soap loaf mold. And then once it's set, I can cut it into bars. And this is a really nice beginner way to make soap without messing with lye. So what you can do is you can start out with the melt and pour soap and color it and scent it any way you want, fragrance it any way you want, and then when you get more used to it, then you can go ahead and move on to the lye if that's what you want to do. The thing with lye is it is very caustic until it basically, I don't know what you call it, proofs maybe? So you have to wait for it to kind of really kind of set up and stuff. So I have my clear soap cut up, and now I'm going to work on my goat's milk soap. So let me do that. Okay, let me get this opened and then I'll be back. Okay, so I got the goat's milk soap. I measured out a little over a pound of the goat's milk soap. I'm going to cut it up just like I did with the clear. And then you can also add, in addition to the fragrance, you can add in some additional oils. Like I think I'm going to add some vitamin E in here because it's really good for skincare. Okay, so I have this all cut up. Let me go ahead and before I melt it, let me get everything ready, my fragrance measured out, my vitamin E measured out, my colorants and all that, so that when I get it melted, I'm going to be ready to go. So I will be right back. Okay, so I have my clear soap melted, and it is about 150. All right, so I'm going to pour half of this into a pitcher, into a different pitcher, I should say. Let me get my goat milk soap melted. Okay, so I'm going to pour half of this into a pitcher. And actually, just to make sure I have even amounts, I'm going to pour the other half into this other pitcher. There's that. And that. Okay, these are pretty even. Let's see how my goat milk soap is doing. And my goat milk soap is going to take a little bit longer, I think. Let me see. Yeah, it's going to take just a tad bit longer because it's not quite melted yet, but it is getting there. Okay. Okay, and the thing about the melt and pour soap is you want to, okay. You want to move rather quickly so that it doesn't, oh, looks like I lost a hair in there. Oh, okay. That happens. I shed, sorry. Okay, so I want to add just a little bit of this blue. Okay. And you can wear gloves for this. Just to not get it on your hands, but it's okay. And I'm also going to add a tiny bit of sparkles into each one. And I think I have, thought I had, oh, there we are. Okay. Because I'm going to do kind of, I'm trying to do like kind of like a galaxy maybe. Okay. Close up that for a minute. Let me stir this in. Okay, stir that in. Okay. All right, so we'll set these to a side and let me grab the goat milk soap. And again, this is all melt and pour, so. Perfect, okay. And we're gonna pour this into the pitchers like we did with the clear. Okay, there's that. And then I'm also going to add some color into one of these. So let me get that stirred in. Ooh, pretty. I like this. And we are going to be swirling these colors together. I'm actually going to do a little bit more of the purple, I think. Just a little. Okay. And then we're going to add some of our glitter. This is glitter that's specially made for soap. Okay. And get these all stirred in. Okay. Then we're going to add our fragrance. And I'm using Plumeria fragrance oil, and this is by Brambleberry. And I'm going to do about a dropper to each one, I think, just because I want this scent to be a little bit stronger, so it'll last. Okay. All right, and now comes the fun part. We start swirling. So I have my loaf mold here. And first what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray my loaf mold with rubbing alcohol. And then I'm just going to start and swirl. Just add little bits, just a tad bit. And then some of the white. Oop. And then some of the purple. You don't want to pour too fast like I did, because you don't really want them to get mixed up together. You want to do it relatively slow. This is a little thin, so they are kind of melting together, but that's okay. Every bar comes out differently. And it's all going to be gorgeous. Then a little bit more of the white. And a little bit more of the color, clear. I hope you guys are seeing this okay. I'm left-handed, so I probably should have had my camera on the other side. And I think some more of the blue. And I'm just kind of swirling it around. It is all part of the creative process. Some of the purple. And I'm trying to do this relatively quickly before the soap starts setting up, because with the melt and pour, it does set up relatively fast. So you kind of... Alright guys, it is the next day. Here is our soap. Let's lift this out of the mold. And we're just going to pull the sides of our mold and separate it from the soap. And then we're going to hopefully pop it out. Oh, look at that. All right. Whew. Let's cut it. Let's see, how big should our bars be? I'm going to use my crinkle cutter for my soap. This is one that I use just for soap. Look at that. How pretty is that? Oh, it smells nice too. You know, it'd be nice for Christmas, like do like a red and white one, like peppermint. Or you could do eucalyptus. There's all kinds of different ones that you can do. And look, it didn't come out as swirled as I wanted, but it's very pretty. It smells nice. All right, there you have it, guys. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And what we can do is, I'm going to take and just, some of these are just a little bit rough on the top, so I'm just going to take and just slice it off a little bit. Just smooth that out. And then all those little pieces that are left, we can remelt, or we can just throw it into a bath. So there you have it. All right, guys. All right, so what I want to do is show you guys how nice this soap lathers. So I'm just going to use some of these little pieces that I cut off. And look at that. And that's just a little teeny bit of it. It lathers beautifully. It smells lovely. There you go. And it washes away beautifully clean. All right, we are going to make some lavender chamomile soap. We're going to put a little bit of vitamin E in it. We're going to use some dried lavender buds or flowers and some dried chamomile. And some lavender essential oil. So I have about 2 pounds of clear soap and 2 pounds of white soap. There is shea butter soap and goat's milk soap. So I'm going to do a combination of the two. So let me get this all melted up, and then we're going to go ahead and do our coloring and our add-ins, and we're going to put it in our mold. So give me just a minute to get this all melted. All right, so I have it all melted. So we are going to do one of the clear and one of the white in this green color. And this is a mica powder. Okay. All right, and then, let's see if this will stand up there. We're going to do one of the clear and one of the white in this purple mica powder. Okay, I'm trying not to get a lot of air in there, a lot of bubbles, but... Okay, so we have that mixed up, and I'm going to go ahead and take this off. And okay, so we have that done. Now we are going to add a little bit of our vitamin E, and I'm still going to mix these up some more. A little bit of our vitamin E to each one. And this is not coming out good. Oh, because there's a stopper on it. Okay. All right, and then we have some chamomile flowers we're going to add half of our chamomile flowers. I'm trying to remember how I'm doing this. To our clear I think I'm doing it this way. And then our lavender. Oop. See if I can get some more of those. Okay. And our lavender essential oil, 10 drops. Oop. I'll get that in a minute. So I'm going to do 4 drops in each one, I think. All right, and then stir these up. Ooh, it smells wonderful. Ooh, this one's starting to kind of solidify on me. I may put this, well, maybe not. I think it'll be okay. All right. Let me put this aside. I'm going to spray my loaf mold. Let me move some of these. I'm going to switch places here. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm going to spray my loaf mold with rubbing alcohol. And then I'm going to start slowly pouring, swirling in my lovely soap. And I just continually stir it because it does solidify relatively fast. And if it does solidify, you can remelt it a little bit. And I may end up doing that. Let me stir this up a little bit. All right, well, these came out of the mold. Look how pretty they are. I know they're a little bit rough on the top, but they're so pretty on the bottom. Love them. You have the different colors, and they smell beautiful. I'll bring you guys back when we're getting ready to cut our loaf ones. All right, so here is our loaf of soap. To get it out of the form here. Okay. And then pull it, separate it from the mold. And then, ooh, look how pretty that is. I am so excited right now because that is, oh, look how beautiful that is. I am super excited right now. And again, I'm going to use my little crinkle cutter to do, let's see, I think I want to measure so that they're all the same. Let me get a ruler. So it is a little over 10 inches. So if I do 1-inch bars, all right. Now I marked them. Now I can't remember where I marked them. Well, that didn't work very good. Look at that. You can see the chamomile and the lavender. You can at least feel where I marked it, even if I can't see it. And I think that's just going to be a big bar. Look at this though. Isn't that so pretty? I just love this. It smells beautiful. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing to my channel. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up in YouTube. Hit the thumbs up button to let the algorithm know that you enjoyed the video. Hit that notification button so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. I've got a lot more cooking videos coming, and we will see what else I can come up with, what other fun projects I can come up with. So I will see you guys on the next video. Bye!